you?
Good morning. Is Captain Ben Blick available, please?
Yes, may I ask who's calling?
Yes, Michael German.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Thank you.
Adults and seniors. If you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis and need help. This is Captain Blake.
Hi, good morning, Captain Blick. This is Michael German. I had talked to you yesterday in regards to the incident with Deputy Norton and trying to regain control of my personal property, my phone. You called yesterday and you said that it was going to be held pending the investigation. Do you have more information on that? Do you know exactly what crime I've been suspected of committing to allow him to take that phone?
Let me look here.
I guess the only reason I'm asking and following up is because I believe in order to be trespassed from a public space, there has to be a crime that was committed in order to be trespassed and then detained and property seized.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to, sorry, I gotta look in two different places to locate this thing. I'm trying to find it. I just don't want to, I'll tell you specifically here.
Yeah, you're fine. Like I said yesterday, you've been absolutely 100% professional. I appreciate your help. Are you 100% sure is the phone in the hands of the sheriff's department at this time? Is that right?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump in there real quick and look and see. I mean, all I can say is that there will be more than likely in our records management system there'll be a notation that a piece of evidence was collected and submitted, and it'll give a description of that item. I don't physically have like my eyes on the actual phone, nor would I if it was submitted, because it'd be in a bag and I wouldn't be able to see it. I'd just be able to see a bag. So
Right. If I call down to, because I want to make sure it was turned in, and it's out of his possession personally. If I call down to property and evidence, would they be able to verify that he turned that in yesterday?
yeah, should be able to.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Like I said yesterday, that's my business phone. I mean, I know you guys will need a warrant to go through it anyway, but I mean, there's absolutely nothing on that phone that would be. I don't break the law.
So yeah, there was evidence submitted in this case, a cell phone, and it was checked in by one of our personnel in the property and evidence section this morning at 8:22. So
At 8:22. So was it in it?
essentially what happens is there's a barcode attached to these stickers that we put on them, and as that piece of evidence moves from one location to another, they'll scan it and check it in. So it shows that it was checked in, like I said, to property and evidence.
Okay.
Their facility at 8:22 this morning.
Okay. So was it in his possession? Because this happened yesterday at 9:30, 9:45 a.m. Was it in his possession personally for the last 24 hours?
No. So what typically happens is they'll hold on to evidence till the end of their shift, and then they package it at the end of their shift, and then we have temporary evidence lockers at our squad room, and then in the morning, property and evidence come over and they collect all the stuff that's in our temporary evidence lockers, and then they actually take it over to the property and evidence facility. We're not in the same physical location, although very close. We're
Sure.
not in the same physical location. That's why we have those temporary evidence lockers.
I understand that. So, I'd still like to know what crime I was suspected of committing to have that taken and have a case opened up against me, and as well. I just want to make sure that I'm understanding that is not going to be released until, at minimum, a detective and a DA looks over the situation and determines whether they're going to follow through with it. Is that right?
Yeah, so I'm getting to that now. I just wanted to address your evidence
Sure.
concerns right there.
Thank you.
Or your concerns about your phone first. So let me take a look here.
Thank you. And at no time there would be any tampering with any of the videos or anything else that's on there. Like I said, the only thing I would have had on it would have been the incident from yesterday. All of that is going to remain intact. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, you briefly cut out there, so if you could say that again.
Yeah. Anything that was on that phone, specifically the videos that were taken yesterday of the incident, those are all going to remain intact on that phone, right?
Yeah, there'd be no reason so if we were to forensically process your phone, it's my understanding nothing ever comes off of there. The phone just gets imaged.
Right.
So it would be the stuff that's on the phone, and a lot of times anyway, the search warrants are very specific to a date and time of the incident, and
Right.
we would only gather that information off of it anyway. That's how they've gotten to be pretty narrow.
Yeah.
In the search and the search warrants for that.
I understand that. Thank you.
So the statute's just the criminal trespass statute that I'm seeing.
Okay, and that's what I was told yesterday. So this criminal statute, does that state, I mean, I guess for a criminal statute, I would have had to make a threat towards one of the staff members. There would have been some sort of threat made. Is that right?
I would have to look specifically at the statute. Just a minute. I don't know that a threat is included. I mean, there is a statute for criminal threat, which is not under the
Right. This isn't a
trespass statute.
Yeah, this isn't a criminal threat crime. This is what he said, a criminal statute. So I guess is that at that point, and I guess you said you were going to look it up. So let me just let you do that.
I mean, I'm guessing that, and again, I'm just guessing here.
Yep.
Without digging completely into it, is that the statute is the criminal trespass statute 5808, and then I assume it's.
So is that just because I was
based on the information I received yesterday?
Uh-huh.
That you'd be looking at subsection 2 that covers with individuals that interfere with access to or from healthcare facilities.
so that's what he was stating was the issue then was interfering with access, so interfering with public access to a government facility?
I don't know if that's what he said.
Okay.
I wasn't out there. I haven't reviewed the Axon report or the Axon video, so
Okay.
I can't be specific as to what he said out there.
Right. Yeah, and what his communication with me was extremely limited. Like I said, I was in there with the staff and with WPD for about an hour and a half while we're waiting for him to show up. And as soon as he got in there, he said he was removing me from the location under being trespassed under threat of arrest, and that I was being detained. That's when we went outside. He demanded my ID and then physically confiscated my phone. So how do I go about getting that body camera footage as well?
You can request that through we have core specialists that handle that. I think we specifically now have someone that handles just the video requests. Let me get a number for you here. Hold on.
Yeah, I know there's through the Freedom of Information Act, I can go ahead and request that. I just didn't know if you had a Freedom of Information officer.
You can also request to view it as well. I'm sorry, I'm going to get you a number.
Sure.
I know there's a request on our website that you can do that through.
Okay.
But you can also call and make a request.
Thank you.
And they may direct you to that.
Right.
To that website, just to kind of, so there's a digital footprint of it, I guess, that
Right.
someone had requested it.
Okay.
But let me get you that number. And I'll give you the case number, too, if you don't already have it.
I do have the case number. Thank you very much, though.
Okay, no problem. Let's see.
And then am I also able to request through FOIA any disciplinary actions or paperwork that deputy has previously been if he's had any previous disciplinary action taken against him in the past?
You can request whatever you'd like.
Okay.
Now, whether or not there's an exception to the release of that particular information is determined through, our specialists when they
Okay.
go through it. So,
Very good.
but certainly anyone can request anything.
Right.
It's just whether or not they receive it, and I don't do that.
Okay.
We have our own people that do that, and they consult with our in-house attorney and also, our county attorneys to determine whether or not that's something that would be released or not released.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
okay, so the number you're looking for
Yep.
is 660
Okay.
3789.
3789. Okay.
You're going to get a hold of, I assume she's working today. If not, hopefully it'll ring through to someone else. But
Sure.
her name's Morgan, and she handles all of our requests for video.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I know the weather's terrible out there today, so I appreciate you and your team being on site and doing your jobs as you're supposed to. So I appreciate your time on the phone. If I have any other questions, like I said, I hate to bother you, but that is footage for a story that I was working on, and it's very important that I get that back as soon as possible so I can disseminate that to the public. So the sooner I can expedite the process of getting that phone and that footage back would behoove me as much as possible.
Okay, and if it assists you in any way, the number to the investigations division, I don't know if you tried to contact them yet, have you?
The investigation division, I don't think I have. I'll take that number if you got it.
Yeah, 660-5300. And I'm giving that to you only because we do the report, we send it to them, and they're in charge of any further investigation from that point forward. Now, they may ask us for additional things, or, we always obviously assist them from time to time, but
Right.
the actual assignment of that case to a detective is handled there, and they have their own supervision, so
Understood.
they might be able to assist you more to give you an idea of where it's at.
Understood. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the time. At this point, you guys are going to go ahead and continue to hold that property there until the investigation takes place. So, thank you for the feedback. Thank you for the contact information, and I hope you have a good and a safe day.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye.